Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Norco, where I sure hope LeBlanc has some idea of what to do next, because if I'm honest, I'm a little bit at a loss here. It feels like I have well and truly lost the thread. It seems like his office has maybe seen better days. A place next door complains they can see me when I'm on the pot. I told him to look the other way, and like I'm making you watch. He makes a solid point, I guess. But I think they like my hole otherwise. Keeps us connect. I hated saying that sentence. I just don't want to think about LeBlanc's hole. Oh, interesting. I still have the recording functionality, even though we're no longer Catherine, which is kind of strange. Lots more I could say about this hole. Hell, I could stand here and talk to you about my hole all day. So that's where we're at. That's the part of the game that we are currently occupying. The toilet's right there if you need to wash off. Yep, that's how you do. Okay. You know, maybe my life ain't so bad. That's where I keep track of all the dead bodies I found. You find a lot of dead bodies, you go looking. Kind of like a treasure hunt. You know what? In this place, I fully believe that. This is like a face. It says face paint kit. It has a clown on it. This looks like a thing you would buy in a supermarket that is definitely like aimed at children. Yeah, stop touching that. Unless you want to see me clown up. I am so much less comfortable with LeBlanc than I was with Million. Even knowing that Million betrayed us and attempted to kill us, still, I would feel more comfortable. All right, let's take a second here. Let's just bounce back into the mind map. Clearly, we have some updates. Million was a thing that was fairly obvious, but that somehow I totally missed. A spy, it turns out. Probably. I mean, like, we still don't exactly know what's up. It could be as simple as LeBlanc says, and that it was just like, you know, St. Clair's keeping an eye on us through Million. Sure, totally possible. But we don't know if maybe Million's betrayal was about something else, if maybe Million is working with someone else. Like, I'm just saying we're in the third act of a noir thing here. Like, let's not be led around too easily. LeBlanc believes that Million was a spy for Thomas St. Clair, planted in your home to keep tabs on your mom. Which, I mean, it does make sense. But I'm gonna exercise some of that suspicion that I probably should have been exercising the entire time. This Garrett this one looks familiar. Is this one of the ones that a man wearing battle armor? Because this face reminds me of one of the particular Garretts that we saw, right? A man wearing battle armor emblazoned with a red cross crouches over a turtle on the sidewalk. A name tag that reads Garrett is fixed to the man's armor. Well, I guess let's make sure he's not going to hurt that turtle. It is him. It totally is him. I was just... Who the fuck are you? Man, I know this looks weird. I got separated from my co-workers, and then I saw this turtle, so I stopped to take a look. Why are you outside my place of business dressed like a pervert? Pervert? I'm dressed like a knight. How am I dressed like a pervert? Look, I can go. Okay, now, why are you here, though? For work, I guess? What kind of work? Spiritual work. Kind of like yoga. Or, no, more like outer space stuff, like rockets. We're into self-improvement. Weightlifting, stuff like that. I love the breadth of these responses. It really captures all of the options. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to say any of these things. I would like to try to take a more neutral tack with him. I don't want to say that it sounds cool as shit, because it doesn't. And I don't know how good of a liar our character is, but you'd have to be a pretty good liar to pull this off. But he's not going to love sounds like a cult. I'm still going to say, of the three of these, I'm going to say sounds like a cult. Are you joking? Cults are for losers who are impressionable and desperate for easy answers. Whatever. It's a lazy word for people who don't get it. We're not a cult. I would like to think that in this moment he understood. Where'd you get the costume? It's not a costume. Why does everyone keep calling it that? I'm a soldier of Christ. Okay, sure, but where'd you get it? The party supply warehouse in Kenner. They gave us a group discount. Gave who a group discount? Me and my co-workers, not fellow cultists, co-workers. Say, where are your co-workers? They said they'd come pick me up before launch, but it's getting kind of late. Launch? Yeah, what's that mean, launch? I don't know, man. We were supposed to do this thing tonight, but it kind of fell apart at the last minute. Have fun with your turtle, bro. I will. Thanks for stopping by. So there's still... I feel very bad for him that he is still falling for this over and over again. This is the way these cults go, right? Like, for whatever reason, and there's a lot of very interesting scholarship on the subject, the failure of the climactic event never really seems to shake their faith. They're just like, well, we'll try again. We got the date wrong, or something beyond our control really ruined everything, but it's still going to happen. We'll figure it out. The Garretts are apparently still wandering around Norco. There are young men wandering around Norco wearing plastic battle armor and name tags that say Garrett. No other insights there, huh? Okay. I do feel like the sort of like dramatic delays that have been injected into this series by the sudden move and my health problems and stuff are maybe not the optimal way to have experienced this story. So I do apologize to everyone for that. The way I found you, I came in right here through the front door. Took me a minute to figure out where all the noise was coming from till I climbed up into the attic. They had a ladder that went down through the attic into a closet like a damn haunted house. When I got down there, seeing the robot had his claws around your neck, so what I did was I kicked you out the way. Probably kicked you pretty hard, come to think of it. The robot's face was all opened up. She had... shit, I don't even know what it was. A big glowing tumor floating in her head. She tried closing up her face to protect it, but I already had my 9 drawn. Popped her a few good times before she could snap her face shut. She whined a little bit and fell over. Wasn't easy getting you back up that ladder, but I managed. Let's go check and make sure the robot's still there. Maybe have a look around that room. Yeah, especially if the glowing thing is inside Million's head, I would like to maybe have a look at that. See, I'm trying to think of what else it could be. What else could be happening here? It's like my first thought is, what if Million had some mission that I don't know, Catherine maybe programmed in, or I don't know. It feels like, first of all, I don't trust LeBlanc's judgment, but secondly, it just feels to me like there's gonna be another turn, you know? Can I see anything just looking down there? No, okay. Well, then I guess let's climb down, and Million is still here. Right where I left her. Doesn't look like she's going nowhere. What the hell was Catherine doing in this room? Spooks me out. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely spooky. Don't even look, Kay. Just don't think about it. She wasn't who you thought she was. You run your fingers over the flaking glass of Million's faceplate. Shards fall to the ground beside her limp hands. There is no life left to the machine. Anti-malware advertisement repeats itself infinitely on the laptop display. This is a military-grade signal jammer. No wonder I can't pick up no service at the office. And one of these is enough to take the whole neighborhood offline. Huh. I wonder if that's, like, the point, actually. You know, not just to insulate this room in whatever way, but... A map of Lake Pontchartrain. Yeah, we saw this before, right? I don't think any of the... Yeah, the broad descriptive stuff is going to be any different. So... Million's face is just laying here open, though, right? If the... whatever it is that Catherine was pursuing was in fact, or you know, another one of them or whatever, was in fact inside Million's head, as LeBlanc's description kind of makes it sound like might have been the case. I guess it's probably just gone? Alright. I guess let's have a chat with this device. Weird that it's not the hand icon. No Wi-Fi connection detected. Well, yeah, I mean, what kind of gizmo is this? Device requires an update. In Kate's voice. Get me online. This answering machine's kind of pushy. Let's get it hooked up to the internet, see what happens. I mean, I guess I can do that. The signal jammer. Yeah, no, I know. I want to turn it off. Take someone with expertise to disable one of these things. Need me to handle it? I don't know. You definitely don't have expertise, and also I'm afraid you'll shoot it. You unplug the signal jammer from the wall. That thing should have a connection now. I don't have a head drive, right? A Million was shot in the face. So LeBlanc was passing by, heard the commotion, rushed to help, shot her multiple times, destroying her processor. I don't know. I don't trust LeBlanc either. And like Million definitely did something. I feel like we were attacked, but I am so worried that something else is going on and LeBlanc is actually working for. I don't know. I don't trust anybody, which I guess is, you know, that's sort of the thing, right? Wi-Fi connection detected. Installing drivers. Installation complete. Warning, critical I/O functionality has been deprecated. To interact with this instance, please install your preferred head drive client on your mobile device. For more information on hosting options, please visit the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic website today. Head drive client. You got one of them on your phone, Kay? No, probably not, but that's fixable. Especially now that the jammer's off. Oh, I have the... Have we been using Kate's... Has Kay been using Catherine's phone the whole time? Is that just a thing I've forgotten on account of, again, my life being total chaos? I guess so, because, yeah, we still have Garrett's... Okay. Probably a thing I knew at some point. Shh. What happens when you just press the play button on a head drive? Compressing local artifacts. Resolved. Establishing remote connection. Okay. Enumerated items. K. I'm speaking to my daughter. Catherine? Yes. Y'all fucking with me because I'm drunk. Face enumeration module. Conflict detected. Can you... Attacked K. Attacked K? You talking about Million? What is Million? What you talking about, Kate? Huh. How early of a version would it have to be for it to have no knowledge of Million? Once again, the delay. I'm trying to remember. Million was around for quite a while before Catherine's death, right? And then Million went missing at some point. So yeah, it would have been quite a while. Maybe this is a really old image? How the hell are we even having this conversation? Also, this might not just be a straight head drive of Catherine. Obviously, there's some corruption going on, but this could be like a super duck situation, right? Where like some bit of the head drive has splintered off into a personality of its own or something. There are a lot of possibilities, I guess. You pull the phone from LeBlanc. I mean, okay, let's ask I guess the most pressing question first. What are you? I'm Catherine Madere, aged 52. Branch identifier November YX2R V1.0.0. I'm hosted on a 32 terabyte head host external hard drive without cloud support. Okay, well that's not really new information. I was kind of hoping. All right. Tell us what you do remember. Last? There in the chair where I sat. The room was dark. The clinician asked questions. After the appointment, I was to meet with Super Duck. Okay. Yeah, about tell me what you remember about Super Duck. Super Duck is the version consciousness of Duck. The what? Please rephrase? Kate, why you was going to see Duck? I was going to see Super Duck. A spawn of Duck. A deformity. But why, Catherine? Because of what I saw. What I saw in the lake. Okay, you ever went to see Duck like I told you to? We better go pay him another visit. I can't make no sense of this. Yeah, well, you don't really need to. Could you maybe just, like, sit in the corner? Tell me what you remember about me. I mean, this is going to be like... You're my child. Is the session complete? My oldest. I remember that you held my leg as a baby when you began to walk. How about Blue? Please specify what you mean by Blue. Well, he was your husband. Kay, can you hear me? Kay, please. I do not know about Blue. Have I forgotten Blue? The house was dark, and I couldn't make out the shape. Was this Blue? Maybe she didn't include much about Blue in the versioning. It feels like there's something else in there trying to reach out to us, though, huh? What about Blake? I remember many things about Blake. I remember that he cried. He didn't want me to die. He asked me not to die. Did I die? We should talk about something else. What happened to Million? Let's see if she remembers Million at all. Enumeration error, yeah. I'm sorry, I do not know Million. I do not know what happened to Million. I mean, this could very well be the case with this thing too, right? It may be that this version is from after Million left, and Catherine just, for whatever reason, did not want to include any memories about Million in the version. We need to find Blake. What happened, dear? To my son? Blake's missing. Blake is missing. He's lost. His face is a shadow. Kate, you know where he might be? Blake is missing. This phone broken or something? Okay. Maybe we've got everything we're going to get out of it here. This answering machine mentioned Duck. Let's run by Dimes and have a word with him. Maybe he knows what's going on with all this nonsense. Yeah, maybe. She was storing this version of the head drive down here for some reason. And it sure seems like Million's deal was Million needed it to be found, but couldn't find it herself, so she stuck with us until we found it and then, tried to eliminate us and do whatever with it alone. But, like, I'm still pretty unclear as to what exactly that all would be, especially if it seemed like, I don't know. Like, the first thought obviously is it's about the thing that Catherine found, the drone or whatever it is, but it also kind of seems like maybe Million, I don't know. Do we do the overworld to get to Dimes, right? Yeah. Oh, hey there, fellas. Two teenagers wearing cheap costumes block the door. Each wears a name tag that reads Garrett, and in this moment, I'm glad that we are with LeBlanc and his gun. More his gun than... this must be them co-workers that little nerd was talking about outside my place of business. LeBlanc regards the teens. Happy Halloween, kids. You look like a couple soda cans. Get off my lawn, bitch. So, y'all work with that other little dude outside my place of business. We work only for ourselves. We don't answer to anyone. We're dissident Garretts. It's hard to say with a straight face. Alright, whatever. Where the hell's Duck? Where the hell's Duck? Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Of course. Excuse me, boy? You getting a little fresh? Think I might have to whoop your ass. Seriously? Let's kill the degenerate. I don't know, dude. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I just, Silence, Garrett. I can't see shit out of this thing. Stand tall. The barbarians are at the gate. Why do they all talk like this? The adolescent turns toward LeBlanc. Ready yourself for death. I mean, like, I'm of two minds about whether or not we should shoot them. These are probably not real swords, right? These are probably costume. But, like, LeBlanc, could you just... He did threaten your life. I mean... Ow. Okay, well, that did more damage than the gunshot did. Or whatever it is that... It sounded like a pop gun, whatever LeBlanc was doing there. Okay. Oh, fuck this shit. There we go. You hit one combo, and all of a sudden, there they go. What in the hell was that about? Let's go check on Duck. Now I'm worried. Yeah, me too. Those guys are a joke, but, like, I don't necessarily trust Duck to be able to defend himself, given, the condition we saw him in last. Duck! Hey, Duck! Clay, you around, bro? Well, man, ain't left this house in years. How them little kids do with him? Do with him. I started to say do to him. Oh, hell. Duck? Hey! Duck slouches in his office chair. LeBlanc shakes the man's shoulders and snaps his fingers before his face. Oh, he's breathing. Oh, wake up, Pops, wake up. Duck's eyes slowly widen. Brett? He attempts to smile. Well, that's good, Detective. You don't look so hot, Clay. We gotta get you some help over here. Just taking a nap is all. Them little creeps still out front? We took care of them. Duck turns to you. How about you, Kay? You ever get your mother's stuff back from the refinery? I mean, there wasn't really anything there. Like I said before, whatever Shield found weren't nothing special. Catherine played it safe. Hell's going on around here, bruh? What them kids was doing outside? Two little ones got separated from the rest of the pack. They had a whole gang in here earlier, asking me all kinds of questions I didn't know the answers to. All because of that thing right there. He lifts his frail hand toward the device on the desk. The biggest mistake of my life. How they managed to find it is beyond me. Thought I'd lost it years ago. Figures it had come back to find me. So... Wait, what is that? That piece of trash head drive I was telling you about earlier. Has my brain sitting on it. Gave birth to that monster that calls itself Super Duck. The one your mother got mixed up with. But the head drive seems more or less broken now. Yeah, listen, we'll get you some help. Nah, don't bother with me. A little nap is all I need. No way in hell. I'm calling... You ain't calling nobody, Brett. Cool it. You think this is bad, the way I am right here? This is the way it's been for years. You're getting bent out of shape about it. I've just been sitting in this house hardly able to walk. No more good days. You want to help me? Come drop by from time to time, alright? I will, Clay. I really will. Good. That's all I'm asking. I don't believe LeBlanc will. Tell us more about the intruders. What were they asking? Asking me to talk to that drive, interpret what it was saying. Something about needing to find a rock. Or, no, a stone. I just kept my mouth shut. I didn't want nothing to do with that head drive. It's a curse. But I guess they figured it out on their own, because they sure left in a hurry. Huh. Why didn't they take the head drive with them? Well, I mean, it sounds like the answer is they couldn't get any information out of it anyway. It was so chaotic in here, I didn't know what was going on. All of them just shouting over each other. They were as confused as I was. The whole thing seemed like a big mess. Nobody was in charge. Then suddenly they were gone. How'd they find the head drive anyway? Like I said, I don't have the slightest clue. Figure that monster ran afoul of these people, stole something from them. Maybe they did a little research, found the head drive that started it all. Maybe they thought if they did that, they could find whatever it is they're looking for. So, like, Kay did not experience... The Catherine flashbacks are just for the benefit of us, the player, right? That's not information that Kay has. So Kay would have no reason to go to the storage locker, but gosh, I sure want to go check out that storage locker and see if whatever the fuck Super Duck was is still there. How'd they know the head drive was yours? That part's easy. Got my name on it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Where did they go? I don't know. Couldn't even guess what all this is about. But they mentioned your mother. Said they have her. They have Kate. How? That's what I'm wondering myself. Catherine's laying in a casket on River Road. Them dummies probably grabbed the wrong person. Or they have some version of her on a head drive, is what it probably is. What would they want with her? You think I know, Brett? What about Blake? They say anything about him? Nothing about Blake. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's in the mix. Takes after his granddaddy. His granddaddy, who was always getting mixed up with the Garretts. Alright, I guess we should probably go if you're sure you're okay. Can I take the head drive? This looks just like the gizmo Kate had. When did everybody start getting these things? And nobody wanted to tell their boy Brett. Think it'll hook up to your phone, Kay? Same as the other one? Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at it, shall we? Clayton Richard. Network ping detected. Network distress. Emergency safe mode initiated. Prime node in terminal state. Okay, and then a latitude and longitude. Them coordinates way out in the lake. Your truck got gas? I think we'll be taking us a little trip to the lakefront. I'm ready when you are. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But, like, we didn't have to do anything special to get the head drive to give that up. It's not like I even asked it any questions. So presumably that's the information the Garretts got as well, which had them rushing off, which means that they're there right now. Oh, I don't care for this at all. I mean, what else do we have, right? But I sure don't want to end up having to fight like a bunch of them. Now, wait up a sec. What's that on the table? A scribbled letter sits on the desk. Never thought things would get this fucked up. It all took a turn after he made us tie up the dead lady's kid. Oh. Dead lady's kid? Okay, you don't think... Then he tossed John's head in the water. What in the... And John's eyes. They weren't his. They were glowing. I'll never forget that. All the Garretts at the Rock had been sneaking around trying to find his head. I didn't like John, but hell, everyone deserves a funeral. We know he tossed it out of the boat somewhere around there, but the lake's so full of sediment we can't see shit. Losing hope that we'll find it. That's all for now. You boys be safe. Them coordinates is in Lake Pontchartrain. They're searching the swamps. LeBlanc slides the paper to you. Now put that in your pocket. This right here is the closest thing to a lead we got. That dead lady's kid just might be your brother. Yes, thank you, LeBlanc. Was that exactly the same coordinate pair? I think it was. That note is super weird. That note's that's very much a note you find in a video game, right? It's like, hey, just in case any outside party is curious what's going on, let me write this in a way where it's completely followable for people who are not involved in our situation. I guess we're going out to the lakefront. I can't imagine anything else around here that needs doing. And if they have Blake, who knows how stable that situation is. But this all seems very bad. Alright, just slow down, kid. Road's washed out up here. You continue to accelerate, but the truck stays put. Christ, Kay, what'd I tell you? You got any recovery gear on this thing? Shit. We're on foot now, I guess. Looks like there's a fishing camp just up the road. We want to reach the coordinates, we'll need a boat. Bet they got one we can borrow. Yeah. So our mind map definitely got updated again. The sunken head. So, John's dead, and I got some questions. There's a head in the lake. The Garretts are looking for it. Something's up with the head because the eyes were glowing, and there's a mysterious he involved, which is, Super Duck is a viral fork. There's no two ways about that. Super Duck is a viral fork of Duck's consciousness created by the same neural versioning clinic that your mom visited before her death. The head drive that once hosted the version somehow escaped Duck's possession and spread like a network virus. It eventually manifested itself physically into what Duck describes as a monster, and for good reason. And Super Duck contracted our mom. She was conducting research for the monster known as Super Duck shortly before her death. Research is an interesting word for it, considering that she had basically no idea what was going on the entire time. And the Garretts are looking for a decapitated head, because this thing has really gone off the rails for them. It started off the rails, but it's even further from them now. Somewhere in the lake. They might have Blake and some version of our mom. Duck also overheard them mention that they have your mom. They found Duck's head drive. Duck believes Super Duck stole something from them and they want it back, which is all consistent with the story that we know. The Garretts are definitely in a state of disarray. I would describe them as in disarray even when John was alive. Frankly, now they're even more so. I don't like this. I feel like we're headed into a very bad situation here. But I don't really know that we have any way to go except sort of forward. Hey, I know just where we at. That's Peachy Duon's fishing camp. Me and my daddy more or less lived out here for a time. Old man Peachy hated my ass. And that's Interstate 10 overpass over there. There's a map on the bulletin board. Might help refresh my memory. And I wonder who we gotta talk to get a ride in that boat. These coordinates we got are all the way out in the lake. Well, I mean, probably the only person who's around. Let's grab the map, though. Alright, let me take a look at this map right quick so I can get my bearings. The detective inspects the map pinned to the bulletin board, tracing his finger along the bayous. Yeah, alright, I remember this whole stretch from when I was a kid. We call this area La Branche. Used to be an old fishing village up until a hurricane knocked it out the lake. Peachy's camp was the only building left standing. That's where we at now. Trepanier's Pond is just across the way, named after a plantation man from back in the old days. Then you got the Interstate Canal. Government dug that to build Interstate 10. They let a whole lot of salt water into the swamp in the process, killed off a lot of the trees. That's how we ended up with the ghost bayous. Them just some old bayous without any trees left standing. The banks eroded without no roots to hold them in place, so you can't hardly see where you're steering your boat before you run it aground. That weren't just the government's fault, though. Long time ago, they used to log these swamps for timber, left scars all over the place. Like the logging wheel. The reason it looks like a wheel is because they'd park a big pole boat right there in the center. Then them guys would start chopping the trees down, going out in one direction, then another, like the spokes of a wheel. They called it a pole boat because they'd hitch the trees onto a big rope and the boat at the center would pull the trees in. They had a drum on the boat about the size of a car. The drum would spin to wind up the rope. Big coal-fired son of a bitch. My granddaddy told me it'd spit out smoke like you ain't never seen. And down there's the lower suction canal. A lot of people died along that canal when the hurricane came through and took out La Branche. They got people go scuba diving in there looking for treasure lost to the storm. Not always easy to find your way around the area. Good thing there's a map. And, frankly, maybe a good thing that LeBlanc is with us, as loath as I am to say it. And it looks like somebody stuck a note to it. A note stuck to it with a Garrett name tag, in fact. Yo, Garrett. Garrett, again with these little dudes. Meet us at John's Pond on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. I never heard of John's Pond in my life. It's a mess over there. People have been posting about it online, driving out from the city to take pictures with the Ark. If you're coming from this way, the only route is through the Ghost Bayous. Open up the Apocryphon app and take a look at the map. You'll see some blinking lights. Those mark the locations of portals. When you drive through them, it's like snorting that stuff Ditchman scrapes off the urinal. It's a fucking nightmare. If you can keep your head on straight, the portals will take you to a light source. Each one will be a little different. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I just remembered. This is unrelated to this. But I just remembered we had thrown our phone away during the time when we were, like, wandering the country, right? So, of course, this is Catherine's phone. That makes sense. But don't let it freak you out. Just be a cool Garrett and make those lights blink just like you see on the map. Make those lights blink just like you see on the map. Do that and you'll get swamp vision, bruh. The ghost bayous will appear for you. Okay, the portals take you to a light source. Each one will be a little different. Make it blink just like you see on the map. What? Well, they don't mean this map, do they? Because this doesn't look like it's giving us any information about lights blinking. Also, this area has just been all of Norco, and I guess like this is true of a lot of areas, but all of Norco has just been savaged by every different person who thought they could make $1 in any kind of way. Got shells, Ranger clam shells, yard full of them. I stay in Laplace, call or text. Well, okay, maybe after this we can get victory clams, provided that any of us survive. Book your ideal stay in Louisiana's natural wetland habitats. With long and short-term options available, you can live like a local in one of America's most mysterious regions. Swampaway is committed to sustainability. We believe in rebuilding Louisiana's wetlands for a greener, more verdant future. Book before the new year and receive a free snack pack delivery during your stay. Well, sure, who doesn't love pudding? Whoever been raising my traps gonna die, brah. Okay. So there might be an angry crabber looking for strangers. We should be careful. But I guess here, hold on. We gotta talk to this guy about this boat, or we gotta steal this boat. Either way. A man fishes from the dock. Evening. Hey, is that your boat? Not mine. Believe that boat belongs to the camp. So they got the key inside one of them units. I suppose they do. Let's go pay him a visit, Kay. See if we can get a key from one of them. Any chance you could help us pull our truck out of the mud? You were racing down the levee, weren't you? She was hitting every washout she saw. Wish I could help. I got a winch on my truck, but it's on the other side of the spillway. Hey, do you know Peachy? You know Peachy Doo-All and the old man owns that camp? Sure, I knew Peachy. What do you mean, new Peachy? You ain't seen about it on the news? Peachy been dead a long time, maybe 10 years. Come on. Yeah, Peachy been dead. He took several others with him, and finally cracked. Damn, figured it might end like that for him. He was a bad dude, bro. He say anything about me before he died? Brett LeBlanc. What? Anything bad about me? I don't think you understand what happened here. Peachy locked himself in that camp with 3 hostages and a pile of ammunition and refused to leave. Wasn't because he was mad at me, though? The hell kind of question is that? Look, forget it. So, who's got the camp now? His grandson split the place into units and turned them into vacation rentals. All kinds of people pass in and out now. Figure they don't have any clue what took place inside there. Huh. I can't tell if LeBlanc is just being, like, weirdly self-centered because he's weirdly self-centered, or if there is some specific thing he's concerned about that we should also... Maybe something we ought to know. Hey, you know anything about that note on the bulletin board? The one with the name tag on it? All I know is these boys been coming by taking pictures of that map with their phones. There are always interesting types passing through since they turned Peachy's place into vacation rentals. But these fellas are a different type entirely. I don't need to actually take a picture of it with my phone, right? Like, that's not even really functionality that we have. No, okay. Well, I guess let's head over here. Nothing around here to look at. All right. What kind of knock is that, Kay? You're not going to get anyone's attention knocking like that. You got to get wacky with it. Knock fast. Fucking fine. LeBlanc, you know, why don't you do it? Open up. We got to use that boat right quick. No, please go away. Just keep knocking, Kay. We got to get a key to that boat motor. One of these units better open the damn door. Just gonna bang on the door. This is an emergency. Open up. No. There's a head in a lake and shit. I don't care. Open up or I'm kicking this door in. You probably can't. Just try it, dipshit. Oh, you asked for it. The iron foot. Don't stub your toe, little man. All right, back up, Kay. Oh. Still got it. The door was open, you fucking idiot. Well, I didn't want to just try it. Like, there's obviously, okay, whatever. Let's, she seems to be the boss here. Let's talk to her. Who in the hell are you? Wait a minute. This must be the same lady who broke in while I was away. The one who dropped her underwear in the bathroom. Oh, yeah, babe, it must be. Okay, all right. I'm taking the rap for something here. So, are you the burglar from the other night? I think your dude might be lying to you about something. You think I'm gonna believe you, someone who just broke into my B&B over the word of my longtime partner? Get real. Maybe we should ask the fisherman if any of his stuff has gone missing. No. Oh? I mean, there's no need to alarm him. I guess you're right. We don't have any voice memos that are relevant. The fisherman didn't say anything about, like, a woman sneaking in, or, like, because obviously, like, this dude had some woman over while she was asleep or not present or something. Maybe we could go back and ask the fisherman, I guess. Hey, look, we need the boat key, please. Are you kidding me? We're using that boat to go on a date, aren't we, babe? Yeah, babe. What on earth are they listening to? That's got to be the key we need. Well, fuck, let's just shove them, grab it, and run. You are not taking that key. We're gonna watch the sunset later. Yeah, babe. He promised. That's right, babe. Okay, all right. Actually, I'm kind of curious about what happens at Unit B, though. Oh my god. All right, fine. Open up. We got to use that boat right quick. The boat came with the rental. It's ours. Bruh, let me just lay it out for you. This little highway rat right here is looking for her brother. You got me? We think he might be out there in the swamp. I wish I could help you, but we need that boat. So good luck. Nah, knock again, Kay. Just keep knocking until we get a key to that boat motor. Do both units do they just share the boat? Ah, Lord help me. If you need the boat so much, why aren't you using it? That isn't any of your business, and also it's not really even a cogent line of argument. We're trying to save lives here, bruh. As are we. Huh. Save lives how? I wonder if these are Garretts. Through research, which this conversation is preventing me from conducting, so please leave. Good night. Okay, yeah, no, we're just gonna... Nobody's getting any research done until I get my boat. Please, I'm begging you to quiet down. Listen, I think we could work something out here. Trout, my cousin Susie's ex-husband, he bought 4 or 5 gold doubloons from a Canadian guy in Mississippi. He buried one of them under his mom's house. I'm over there all the time. I keep a few car batteries in her shed. Been using them back at the office. They old ones, but they still hold a good charge. This is all nonsense. It is a baffling set of statements, for sure. I can't lend out that boat indefinitely, you understand? We need it. I won't be indefinite. We got coordinates from some little gizmo sending out a distress call. A distress call? Uh-oh. This is not great. And by partner Duck, the door slams open upon mention of Duck's name. So, yeah, a buddy of mine has this little gizmo. It's like, hell, I don't know, an answering machine, I guess? Kept spitting out these coordinates in the lake. What else did it say? Said it's got a stressed out node, bruh. Something getting it stressed out in the lake. No, this is bad. I don't like this. Where are the coordinates? Are they in the phone? It's the node. Figure you're right. And you two are just gonna boat right up to it. Sure. Boating ain't nothing new to me. Boating ain't nothing to me. Been boating my whole life. I don't think LeBlanc is perceiving the menace. I'm not gonna say anything. Are you familiar with the network that some call Super Duck? Duck's my buddy I was telling you about. Clayton Richard. Yeah, Clay. Good buddy of mine. Dallas? Dallas, this guy look familiar? I never said I knew the source. Give him the key. Shit, really? That'd sure help. It's irresponsible. If we give you the key, you must do something for us. I'm happy to help. What do you need? Take this. The woman passes you a small handheld device. Hold it before the node. Press the little button. Think we can manage that? And return it to us. And that's it. That's it. Dallas. Yeah? The boat key. Give it to them. Dallas reaches the key to you. As he looks you in the eyes, a glimmer of familiarity lights his own. But he says nothing. Settled, I suppose. That's right. It is. Okay. I do have some questions. What is playing on this monitor? Images cycle across the screen. Cypress trees, marsh grass, piers, and other details from locations scattered around the lake. It's weird that the name is question marks when Kay knows that this person is called Dallas. We've just heard them referred to as Dallas multiple times. A man in a trench coat and an elaborate bolo tie stares down at the carpet. What's up? What's your role in all this? I don't feel like getting into it. Been running jobs for Super for years, that's all. That's why Dr. Moore pulled me into this. All my money is tied up in Quack coin, and now, with the network down, Quack's worth nothing. So I gotta take whatever work comes my way. That's how it goes. Stay safe. There's something in the air tonight. What do you mean? Doesn't matter what I mean. Just keep your wits up. Okay. I guess you're right. Yes? What is it? Did you get me my reading? No, I have like a huge number of questions. I've been following the evolution of the SuperDuck network for nearly a decade. I've never seen it behave like this. How so? We believe that it's dying. Communication across the region has been scrambled and erratic. Birds are dropping from the sky en masse. It's even affecting the local wetland habitats. I have reason to suspect that an old colleague of mine died prematurely due to exposure to one of these nodes. Who is your colleague? Why would that be relevant to you? Peter, please. She was pushed out of the academy many years ago for transcript fraud. And plagiarism and harassment. She had a reputation for being irresponsible with her research and letting her personal grievances influence her findings. I once co-authored a paper with her on the fence line community of dimes. Her vendetta against S.H.I.E.L.D. and other commercial interests in the region alarmed me at first. But in the end, I think her motives were laudable, and believe S.H.I.E.L.D. is ultimately to blame for her death. But I also suspect that SuperDuck played a role. Her cancer was in remission the night that she was exposed to the Fat City node. Following that single incident of exposure, the speed of her relapse was remarkable. She was dead within weeks. Huh. I'm sorry, Dallas, but this is a reality you must come to grips with. And who are you conducting this research for? My research is funded through a private donor. There's no need to get into that. I've been studying these wetlands my entire life. Yeah, sure, a large amount of money changed hands, so there's no reason that we would need to discuss that. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, like, very, very directly blaming our mother's death on Super Duck. I mean, blame, like, not necessarily to ascribe any intent to Super Duck, but let's see. Oh, look at that. It works. Let's take us a little ride. You heading into the lake? Yes, sir. Have you done much riding out there? All the time. And then you know what it's like. A lot of the land has eroded away. Once you get past Interstate 10, you can't hardly see where the water ends and the land begins. You talking about the ghost bayous? That's right. The man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying the land is eroded so it looks like open water. That's right. And once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your prop over submerged cypress trees. Might even get yourself stuck. So how are we supposed to get through? Strange boys with the name tags that have been coming around lately, they seem to get through the ghost bayous just fine. They're always looking at that map. Maybe they know something we don't. And one more thing. If you got a sonar tracker on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff is hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there, but it's just a trick of the light. Nah, bro, they got ghosts in the water. Nonsense. Don't pay that any mind. I've been swimming in these bayous all my life. If you get an alert from that sonar, dive in and see what it's about. What a weird... that feels to me like a very weird thing to say. Just advising strangers to dive into filthy water. Alright, Kay. Time to put on our detective hats. LeBlanc didn't have his on until this moment, apparently. You got your phone handy? Let's take a look at the GPS. It was 2 sets of coordinates at Duck's place. They were close together, but not the same. Okay. Now, one we found scribbled on a letter. Same letter that mentions your brother. Said they were searching for a head. Now, I don't think that's your brother's head. That ain't what I'm saying. But I got a hunch all this is connected. The coordinates for that are on the northwest side of the lake. Might be worth checking out. The other came from that app on your phone. It was putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like that one's coming from Eagle's Pond. Both sets of coordinates are past the ghost bayous. And if we want to get there, we got to figure out how to get through the ghost bayous first. You got that? You do the driving. I'm going to loosen my tie and relax. Yeah, I'd hate to stress you out, man. Alright, well, I think this is about to be a whole thing, and we're approaching the hour, so maybe this is a good place to stop for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It seems like the next one's going to be really weird. So, fingers crossed, no more big delays. I think from here we're making a straight shot to the end. So, thank you all so much for watching and for all of your patience. When you come back next time, I guess we're diving for lost heads? And we'll see you then.